4-2. The Angels lead. Bottom of the third. Roy White, Bobby Mercer, and Felipe Alou for New York. And we have some sad news to report. Longtime baseball scout, Angel scout Kenny Myers passed away this morning at Veterans Hospital in Long Beach. Cardenas making a good play. White runs well. Kenny's long fight against cancer has ended as he died this morning at Veterans Hospital in Long Beach. And I know his many friends will want to follow and extend their sympathies to his family and close friends. We have no other details. Right against Mercer. Mercer walked his first time up. Quick check of the scoreboard. Oakland 2, Boston nothing in the bottom of the third. No report. Baltimore, Kansas City, Minnesota, Milwaukee scoreless in the fourth. First of a doubleheader. Cleveland, Chicago scoreless in the third. First of two. Detroit at Texas tonight. You'd like to have 27 of those if you were a pitcher. 2 away. National League. Atlanta 2, St. Louis nothing after 1. Pittsburgh 1, Cincinnati 1 in the 6th inning. Dodgers host Philadelphia this afternoon. Chicago at Houston. That'll be Jenkins against Roberts. Mets at San Francisco, and San Diego at home for 2 with Montreal. Alou grounded out his first time up. Ken Berry. And Clyde Wright works an easy 1-2-3 third inning. We've completed 3 at Yankee Stadium in New York with a score. The California Angels 4, the New York Yankees 2.
Ken Berry will lead it off for the Angels. Angels lead at 4-2. The 2 walks given up by Clyde Wright in succession really hurt him. And the Yankees then were able to shave away at that early 4-0 lead for the Californians. Ken, his first time up, ripped a base hit into right field. Swing and a miss, so a foul tip the curve. Lee Stanton will follow Ken. Mike Kekich. Fastball low with it. 1-1. Long shot, but foul. It's only 301 feet down the line. Of course, then it moves out very quickly from that point. It deepens in a hurry out to 402 feet straight away left field. So Berry's foul well past the range of the pole. Lee Stanton. That's something everybody's doing today, just mopping off. Ground ball to short. Michael over to Felipe, and Alou takes care of it there. So Berry 1 for 2. Here comes Lee Stanton. Stanton, his first trip to the plate, had tapped back to the mound. He tapped out to Mike Kekich. Temperature at game time was 92 degrees. And the humidity at a low level, the humidity level, interestingly enough, only about 45%, 45-50%. Slow curve in there. Just floats it through for a strike, and it's 0-1 on Polish at Yankee Stadium today. Next delivery is high, and the count is 1-1. Fastball went right to it. Good close study of Mike Kekich. Off speed with that stuff, and he drops it low, and the count is 2-2. Thurman Munson behind it all. Ripped his way right through that. We could show that swing in slow motion for you. You'd realize why Lee having his problems, because he didn't see much of that pitch at all. His head was out of there. He was off the ball. He pulled off the ball immediately, and as a result, didn't get a peek at it, and Kekich strikes him out. Michael going back to his, or Lanier rather, back to his spot at third. Art Kushner, the batter. Art with an infield hit his first time up. Did he come around? Apparently didn't. And the few times I've ever seen it happen, the runner, Art Kushner, being able to score from second base in a wild pitch. Curve is low, ball 2-0. Art, who does not possess all the speed in the world, but yet he was able to on the pitch that Kekich dumped in the dirt, and then Munson had to carry him up over his shoulder by the time he was able to locate it, and it appeared that Munson, too, was trying to check Kushner's position of the bases and trying to retrieve the ball at the same time, and that gave Art the chance to score. Next delivery rides high, ball 3, 3-0. Nothing pitch, way inside. So Kushner walks with 2 away, and the batter will be the Angels pitcher, Clyde Wright. So Clyde comes up in an entirely different situation here than existed back in the second inning. In that spot, he came up definitely in a sacrificing role as Kushner led off the inning with the infield hit. Here the Angels are not thinking in terms of that. 2 down, and the pitch. Clyde goes after the curve. Went after it early, strike 1. Fastball, couldn't find it. And the count on Clyde runs to 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Kushner at first base. Angels lead 4-2, top half of the 4th. Foul tipped it. Thurman Munson being jarred with this one. Blinks his eyes a few times and then settles in that crouch again. High with it, 1-2. Lanier really hugging the line at third. Wide open gap in that left side. Right goes in that direction, but Lanier, it's a crazy bounce and off his glove. Rounding second, trying for third is Kushner, and he'll have it made. We just looked at that gap on the left side, and with Michael stationed where he was, not too much in the hole, and Lanier really camped right on the line to guard against the extra base hit. But the gap was open just enough for Clyde to move that one through and off the glove of Lanier, so credit Clyde with the base hit. And the batter will be Sandy Alomar. So runners at first and third now with 2 away. Sandy 1 for 2. Singleton scored in the first. He rode in on McMullen's home run, then fly to center field. And he rips one well out in the left field corner. Over to play it on the hop is Roy White. Kushner will score. So the Angels add another, and they now lead 5-2. On to second base goes Clyde Wright. Sandy Alomar Pumps one sharply into left field, dropping it in front of White. Coming up now will be Leo Cardenas. Leo, 0 for 2. Twice he has been retired on good fielding plays. Once by Thurman Munson and once by the third baseman Lanier. So the Angels are able to pick up another. They now lead at 5-2. They have 7 hits. The Yankees have managed only 2 off Clyde Wright. He's the man at second base. Alomar at first. And the pitch. That off-speed stuff high. Ball 1. Alomar now getting up close to the 100 hit figure. Sandy has a total of 97. One delivery inside, ball 2, 2-0. Kekich ready. 2-0 pitch. High, ball 3, and Kekich has really started to do some laboring now, and we have some activity in the Yankee bullpen. So he is 3-0 to Leo Cardenas. He's right on the threshold of filling the bases. And in that case, Andy Costco would have a chance. 3-0 pitch. There's the strike, 3-1. Three-one pitch, fly ball, right center. Ron Swoboda. He takes care of it. For the Angels, then 1 run, 2 hits, no errors, and a couple of men left. And the score at the end of the top of the 4th: Angels 5, Yankees 2.
But eating that ice cream, John, that's like having a good hot bowl of soup for lunch.
It's melted to that. It's warmed up and really melted. Swoboda swings, it doesn't find it. 0-1. Right with a 1-strike pitch, reached for the Scroogie, lifts a soft fly ball. Center field, Canberry. Bandit takes care of it. Swoboda's gone, and coming along will be the shortstop, Gene Michael. Like Swoboda, Michael walked and scored in the second. Michael likes to get way up in that handle. First delivery missed, ball 1. A little thicker handle bat, too. Takes it close, ball 2. 2-0 pitch. Outside, ball 3. Angels lead it 5-2, last to the 4th. The Yankees 2 hits, both collected by Horace Clarke. Single in the first inning, singled and drove in the 2 Yankee runs in the second. 3-0 pitch, missed low, ball 4. It's the 4th walk given up by Clyde, and the batter will be third baseman Hal Lanier. He got Hal on a fly ball, routine variety, to Lee Stanton after he had walked the 2 men in the second. But then Kekich laid down the sacrifice bunt, and then Clarke hit a fly ball single into right center field, good enough to drive in the 2 runs to give Clarke 21 RBIs for the year. There with it, 0-1. Pops this one. Cardenas. It falls. Up to the now, left fielder Andy Costco. So a little banjo hit off the bat of Hal Lanier. Little player, here it is again. trying to run the great circle route there, trying to figure out exactly how this was going to carry. So a little Texas leaguer here for Lanier. Michael goes to second base. And Severino Sanchez will be a pinch hitter. The young man from Mexico, Severino Sanchez, moves into the batter's box to face Clyde Wright. Severino with a little leg problem, and this has kept him out of the Yankee lineup. Been employed once as a pinch hitter in this series. Hitting .270. No homers, 7 RBIs. Wright's pitch. Fastball outside. The 1-0 delivery by Clyde. Swung on, lifted high in the air. Shallow center. Sandy Alomar's going out for this. Sandy wants it, and he makes the play. Alomar, Berry, and Stanton converging there. Now they're 2 away. Michael back to second, Lanier to first, and the batter will be second baseman Horace Park, and Clyde has not been able to stop him yet. Pitches it high and tight, ball 1. Park, a man who really gets him spread out, gets himself spread out there in the batter's box. Half swing, pushes a foul, pushes this one off into the lower deck to the right side. The count is 1-1. Horace, as a right-handed batter, hitting only .207, as a left-handed batter, hitting .266. But as a right-hander, he has done well today against 5, 2 for 2. Michael at second, Lanier at first, 2 down. Scrooge outside, ball 2, 2-1. Ground ball to the right side. Sandy Alomar short hops it. Easy toss to Oliver, so he stops him here. For the Yankees then, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and a pair left. And the score at the end of 4, Angels 5, New York 2. Fred Bean will be pitching first of all to Andy Costco. Bean, no victories, 3 defeats. Earned run average 3.42. Worked out of the bullpen mainly. Costco lifts it a long way out of the left field. Back goes Roy White. Back to the barrier. He can't get it. White goes over. He's trying to find the ball now to put it in the glove. And let's see if he's hurt himself or not. The young fans gathering around Roy, and they'll try to get him up on his feet and get him back in the playing area. Here he comes. Great try by Roy White. Home run by Andy Costco. There it goes, and he really punished it. And a magnificent try by White. He had it on the leather. But there it goes, and there he goes. Bob Oliver bounces one toward third. Fair ball picked up by Lanier on to first in time. So the Angels now lead 6-2, and then homer by Andy Costco. Seeing White go after that reminded me of something that happened when here at Yankee Stadium when Leon Wagner was playing for the Angels. He was playing in right field. There was a drive hit to right. Wagner leaped high in the air. The ball was in his glove. He tumbled into the stands, and the ball remained in his glove because I still have the sequence of photographs. And you also, in the next frame, you see this youngster charge over to Leon and reach into the glove and extract the baseball and then run away with it. In fact, it's a series of about 5 or 6 pictures. 1, you see Wagner in the stands, ball in the glove. 2, you see the youngster coming over for it. 3, you see him reach into his glove, take the ball out of his glove. 4, you see him start to run away. 5, you see him running up the exit, trying to get away from the police. And it was ruled no catch because Leon did not have the ball. Ken McMullen, the batter, in the first 2 deliveries had missed. The count goes to 2-0. Mack rips one. It's out of the right field. Swoboda. So McMullen lines out to Swoboda. They're 2 away. The batter will be center fielder Ken Berry. Ken singled in the first and grounded to short in the 4th. The Angels end with 6 runs, 8 hits. The Yankees 2 runs, 3 hits, top half of the 5th. Berry hoists one off into foul territory into the 3rd tier. Stays away from this. Count is 1-1. One ball, 1 strike on Ken. There's a change, and he lifts an easy fly ball single out of the left center field. So Berry, Ken with that easy swing, he swung just as easily as the pitch had been flipped up to the plate by Fred Bean, and Berry is able to collect his 2nd hit. So Ken now 2 for 3. And the Angels have 9 hits. So Kenneth read it well. Here's Lee Stanton. Lee is 0 for 2. He bounced to the mound in the 1st inning and then struck out in the 4th inning. Curve to him outside, ball 1. Over to first. Was close. Good quick move by Bean. Goes there again. Very able to make it back. Well, I tell you, on a good hot summer day, the type weather we're having in New York today, I think you have a tendency to at least to attempt to slumber a bit. And it's have to keep alert. And Ken, on that first pickoff try, kind of found himself in that state, but now he's wary of this move, and it's a good one by Bean. Lee Stanton waiting patiently there in the batter's box. Curve to Lee, in for a strike. 1-2. Count 1-2. Throw to first. Felipe Alou on the receiving end of these throws. Ground ball to short. Michael makes the quick toss to Clark for the force on Berry, and that's it. For the Angels, they collect 1 run, 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. And the score at the end of the top of the 5th, Angels 6, Yankees 2. Doing leadoff service here for New York will be catcher Thurman Munson. He is 0 for 2. Force play and then a line out to right field. Wright's pitch. Ball outside, ball 1. One-oh pitch. Pumped it right through there for a strike to make it 1-1. thing about Clyde, weather doesn't make any difference as far as he's concerned. Cold weather, hot weather. Ground ball. Sandy Alomar gets an erratic hop. The throw won't get him. Fine play by Sandy Alomar and trying to get him, and it was close. So that places Munson at first base. It brings up Roy White. He'll be followed by Bobby Mercer. So that will stir up the fans here. The Angels leading 6-2. An infield hit by Munson. Pitch in the dirt. Well blocked off by Kushner. 1-0. Well, again, ball 2, 2-0. Right on the receiving end, and Clyde works it high. Ball 3, 3-0. In a spot now where he can't afford to fall into any wildness pattern, as was the case back in the second and in the fourth inning, because the Yankees have placed the leadoff man on here with nobody out. 3-0. Just trying to aim it, couldn't find it. Ball 4. All right, the batter is Bobby Mercer. Bobby is 0 for 1 with 14 homers and 45 runs driven in. Okay, fellas. White's first delivery, missed with this. Got a curveball, ball 1 to Mercer. Runners at first and second, nobody out. Last half of the fifth, Angels lead 6-2. Pitch. Swung on, ground ball to Alomar. Plays it to Cardenas. Cardenas over to Oliver, and they get the double play. So Clyde Wright served it up in very sharp fashion and very quickly smashed to Sandy Alomar and on to Leo and over to Bob Oliver. So they get Mercer that way with Munson traveling to third. Now they're 2 away, and the batter will be first baseman Felipe Alou. The Angels have turned the first double play of the afternoon, and a very big spot for Clyde Wright. Alou takes at the knees for strike 0-1. Felipe 0 for 2. Hit into a force play, then fly to center field. Munson, the runner at third. Alou takes high and outside, 1-1. Fly ball down the right field line. Curving off into foul territory. So Felipe now has A couple of strikes on him. 1-2 the count. Lifts him high in the air. Popping it up to the center, and Sandy Alomar goes out. And Sandy gloves this to retire the side. For the Yankees, no runs, 1 hit. Leadoff single by Munson, no errors. 1 man left. And the score at the end of 5, it's the Angels 6, Yankees 2. All right, action now in the 6th inning of play. And for the Angels, Art Kushner, then Clyde Wright, and then Sandy Alomar. On the mound, Fred Bean. All right, 1 for 1. He scored 2 runs. Fouls to third, 0-1. Fouls are back. 0-2. He's a tough young man, Art Kushner, and a very determined young man. He works hard at this game. Curve a little bit close, 1-2. One, two. He takes low ball, 2, and strike 2. Line drive. Short hopped by Michael. Toss to first for the out. And Art Kushner has hurt himself. He is limping badly, as you can see there. He traveled across the bag. Might have jammed his ankle. Freddie Federico going out to get to him right away. And manager Del Rice coming out. We'll follow and get a look as he travels to the bag. See if we can spot exactly what did happen. Not in that spot right there, I guess, when he planted it again. And something seemed to turn. So Freddie Federico takes him down in the dugout. 1 away, Clyde Wright takes it outside, ball 1. Clyde hoisted high in the air. It appears to be playable if Munson can find it. Thurman takes care of it. So Munson takes care of Clyde Wright. 2 away. Here's Sandy Alomar. The Angels a little short-handed in their catching crew now, at least for the final game of the series. Alomar takes the first pitch for a strike, and it's 0-1. Jeff Torborg is not in uniform today. Jeff suffering from a rather severe migraine headache. So Jeff is not in uniform, and that means that only John Stevenson remains on the list. Sandy takes 1-1. Bolts one up there. Ball 2, 2-1. It would appear, the way he was limping, that he will not be able to continue in the game. You'd have to figure that right away. Alomar grounds it to Felipe Alou. Easy play for him. That takes care of matters for the Angels. They go quietly and quickly here against Fred Bean, and with nothing across, the score at the end of the top of the 6th, Angels 6, Yankees 2. Swoboda walked and scored his first time up. First delivery, nails that outside corner for a strike, and it's 0-1. And then in the fourth inning, Ron flied to center field. It is Swoboda, Michael, and Lanier to face Clyde Wright. Skeeter works it high. Ball one and strike one. The target just outside. Stevenson wants it there, and Clyde misses there. Ball 2, 2-1. He plants it, low outside target, and Wright goes to it, and Swoboda fails to find the pitch. The count is 2-2. High fly ball, right field. Lee Stanton coming on for it in the corner, and Lee is there to take care of it. So 1 down for New York. And here comes shortstop Gene Michael. Gene has walked twice. When he walked in the second, he came around with a Yankee run. The Angels lead at 6-2, and they have out-hit the New Yorkers 9-4. Wright tries a curve. Outside with it, ball 1. Fastball through there for a strike to make it 1-1. Drives it to center field. Breaking back, Canberry. He's there, right on the spot, takes care of it. There are 2 away. Hal Lanier went for 2. Hal with a bloop base hit off fly to the fourth inning. One that he shoveled just out of the reach of shortstop Leo Cardenas. And he applied to right field in the second inning. He too is a man who goes up on the handle of the bat. Scrooge there for a strike, 0-1. The on deck man, the pitcher, bounces it out of the reach of Cardenas, base hit. Andy Costco works it back into the infield, so Lanier keeps the inning alive with the Yankees' 5th hit. Big John Ellis introduced now. He'll be batting for the pitcher, Fred Bean. Ellis hitting .239, 3 homers, knocked in 9 runs. Yankees end with 2 away, run up at first base. Right curves him, pops it up, going to drift out of play. Skeeter every once in a while, a little control faulter, but been able to correct it for the most part. Reached out for this. He tapped it. The pitch that came up out of the dirt to him that he fouled off. Oh, back in the Yankee bullpen, we can't exactly spot who the Yankees have in warm-up duty. He's tucked way back in the alleyway out in right field, as is the case for the opposition bullpen in left. Clyde's next pitch, breaking stuff low. Scrambling around for it is John Stevenson. The count is 1-2. Sanchez was used as a pinch hitter by Ralph Houck in the fourth inning. He did not deliver, and now it's John Ellis. The 1-2 pitch. Spiked off the head of the bat. Right can't get to it. Sandy Alomar on the receiving end. The throw to Oliver for the out. So the story for New York, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and a man left. And the score at the end of 6, Angels 6, Yankees 2.
Leo Cardenas 0 for 3 today. And his 15-game hitting streak snapped yesterday. Weil with a big curve and a fastball that tails away from the right-handed batters. And we thank you, New York. It was indeed a great thrill for us to be here for this series and be able to watch especially that old-timers game. Cardenas able to drive one between Lanier and Michael, and the Angels now are in double figures. 10 hits. Pekic started for New York, gave up 5 runs, 7 hits in 4 innings. 3 runs came on Ken McMullen's 6th homer of the year with 2 on in the first inning. Fred Bean worked 2 innings, gave up 1 run. That was Costco's home run, which raised his total to 5 for the year. Costco is 2 for 3. Costco against Lyle in the first game yesterday drove a ball deep to left field. That served as a sacrifice fly and won the game 1-0. And he drills this one a mile. White way out in left center to make the catch. That ball was a good 400 feet, so deep that Cardenas, who has only fair speed, easily tagged up and moved to second base. You realize how deep that ball has to go to get out of here in left and left center, and you have to marvel at Joe DiMaggio hitting 46 home runs in a single season. Now, there's a corner of 301. If you pull it way down there, yeah, that's short. Well, boy, it gets to be 400 feet in a big hurry. Bob Oliver up with a runner at second base and a chance to add to that RBI count. Strike 1. Oliver has struck out twice and grounded to third. Fouled off his hands. Give you a quick rundown of the scores. Oakland 2, Boston 2 in the 7th inning. Baltimore 4, Kansas City nothing in the bottom of the 5th at Kansas City. Minnesota leads Milwaukee 1-0 in the 8th. Harmon Killebrew hit his 14th homer today, 529 in his great career. That's the first of a doubleheader. Fouled at the plate. Cleveland 1, Chicago nothing on Alex Johnson's 6th home run of the year. Gaylord Perry and Wilbur Wood pitching in the 7th inning in Chicago, first of a doubleheader. Detroit at Texas tonight. National League, Philadelphia at Los Angeles. Montreal at San Diego for 2. San Francisco hosts the Mets at Candlestick. The Bucks lead Cincinnati 3-2 in the 9th inning in Pittsburgh. Houston 2, Chicago nothing in the 3rd under the Dome in Houston. And Atlanta leads St. Louis 2-0 bottom of the 6th inning in Georgia. So you're up to date on all the scores. Here it is 6-2 Angels, 1 out. Cardenas at second base in the 7th inning, and Oliver goes down swinging. The Big Bob has been K'd 3 times today. Here's Ken McMullen. He is fouled out and lined out and hit his 6th home run of the season, a 3-run homer into the left field seats in the first inning. McMullen has very keen eyes, almost blue-gray eyes. If we get that shot again, of course, we're just taking whatever the Yankees give us. You can understand why his teammates call him the Falcon. Ground ball to short. Michael with the easy play, and the inning comes to an end. No runs, 1 hit, a man left, and it's the stretch half of the 7th inning at Yankee Stadium in New York with the score 6-2 Angels. On a sweltering Sunday in New York. Bottom of the 7th inning, the Yankees will hit from the top of the list. Horace Clarke, Thurman Munson, and Roy White against Angel lefty Clyde Wright. Wright on the scent of his 11th victory of the season. He's lost only 5. Clarke has knocked in both Yankee runs with a 2-out single in the 2nd inning. Clarke 2 for 3. 1-1. Clarke is about 5'8", 5'9", and when he bats out of that deep crouch, he doesn't give that pitcher much of a strike zone between the knees and letters, does he? lined out of play. John Stevenson replacing the injured Art Kushner. Kushner with a pulled muscle or a heat cramp. There's Clark's third hit of the day. So Horace Clark has half of the Yankee total of 6 hits as he gets the Yankees off on the right foot in the 7th inning. Thurman Munson, 1 for 3. The Yankees need 4 to tie. 4-1. The 6 runs for the Angels today are the same number of runs they have scored in the last 9 games. They got only 6 earned runs. In the last 9 games, they have 6 today and hope that Wright can win with it. Clark is not a threat to steal in this situation. He's a threat otherwise. 1-1. One of the good things that has happened on this road trip, Andy Messersmith returning to active duty. He pitched in relief yesterday, and in his 2 chances to work out of the bullpen on this road trip, Messersmith in nearly 7 innings has allowed no runs and 3 hits. So even though he's not totally pleased with his command, he is healthy and pitching effectively. Could be 2. Cardenas, Alomar, Oliver. The Angels have their second double play of the game. Alomar, perfect throw. Clark just bailing out of the way, and the throw beating Munson by a half step. Roy White has grounded out twice and walked. Chopped up the first base line to Ellie Howard. Two outs in the 7th inning. No one on for the Yankees, and the Angels have a 6-2 lead. The 1-2 pitch. Cardenas. And Wright keeping that ball low and forcing a lot of ground balls. Helps himself again. He gets a double play and then a ground out from White. And the Yankees go in the 7th. No runs a hit, no one left. We are on to the 8th. 6-2, California. To the 8th inning. The Angels 6, the Yankees 2, and Sparky Lyle will face Ken Berry, Lee Stanton, and catcher John Stevenson. Yeah, we always enjoy our trips to New York because it provides us with an opportunity to enjoy the Broadway shows, some theater, and somehow the farm boy from Michigan seems very uplifted, as does John Polich. Ground ball to left field for a base hit for Berry. Well, Ken Berry has his 3rd hit. And for a major league player, that is uplifting when you get a 3-hit day. Certainly helps the batting average, and that'll boost Berry near 300. See, John saw what? Funny thing happened on the way to the Forum, or what else did you see, John? Oh, we can't talk about that play. Oh, come on. You're not too old to see that kind of show. We enjoyed Sticks and Bones, a very powerful drama. And last night, for the 4th time, saw Man of La Mancha. And it's Oh, that has got to be the prototype of a Broadway musical. The original cast of Richard Kiley and Joan Diener and the supporting cast. Here, a little salute to the chairman of the board, Mrs. Autry. She's seeing her first game at Yankee Stadium. Stanton with a fly ball to Mercer. 1 out. Oh, there's something about that tremendous finale in Man of La Mancha, the dream, the impossible dream. It just sends everyone out of the theater as if they have just seen the final game of a World Series, won with a Grand Slam homer. And I know that's a terrible simile, but as a sportscaster, I guess that's kind of the feeling that I had. It's very exciting theater, and kind of interesting that the same cast that made it a great hit show, 4 or 5 years ago, all back together at the Lincoln Center. And a very delightful evening. The Big Apple. John Stevenson. They were wearing those? High pop fly on the infield. On the grass is Michael to make the catch. And they're 2 out. But that was all they were wearing. Clyde Wright gets some scattered applause. Much deserved on this hot day. Wright pacing himself well and throwing a typical Clyde Wright game. The only 2 runs came when he walked the first 2 men he faced in the second inning. And then with 2 outs and those 2 runners in scoring position, Clark clipped a single to right to drive him in. Clyde Wright 1 for 2 and a sacrifice today. Wow. Ralph Houk's team at 500, 42 and 42, 7.5 games behind the leader, Detroit. Not much to smile about thus far today. Strike 2. Albert Sparky Lyle. And Clyde Wright. The Angels' best hitting pitcher right now with 9 hits this year. Goes after a bad ball on that one, and I kind of had the feeling that Wright wasn't too eager to get on base anyway. Second strikeout for Lyle. No runs, a hit, a man left for the Angels in the 8th inning. We go to the home half of the 8th. 6-2, Angels. Home half of the 8th inning. And it's the middle of the Yankee lineup. Bobby Mercer to start it off. Mercer walked in the first inning, tapped out to right in the 3rd, and grounded into a 4-6-3 double play in the 5th inning. So he needs a base hit this time up to extend his hitting streak to 15. He had a 15-game string last year, and that is his longest ever as a Yankee. Oakland has just run through 4 pitchers for Boston in the 7th inning, scoring 3 times to regain the lead 5-2 against the Red Sox. And we have a final from Pittsburgh. The Bucks beat the Reds 3-2. Blast the winner, Grimsley the loser. Hit deep to right center. Right in front of the auxiliary scoreboard. That's about 385 feet from home plate. So Mercer did not pull it enough, and it's just a long out. Felipe Alou, 0 for 3. One and one. Two and one. Lou hits it deep, but not deep enough. With 2 long outs, that's not the way Clyde Wright normally works it. He's usually grounding them out, so that could be a sign that Wright is finally withering under this heavy heat and humidity. 2 outs, and Ron Swoboda 0 for 2 is the hitter. Another deep fly. Boy, Berry and Stanton got some work in that 8th inning. Stanton to his cap, Berry to the dugout. Wright has a 1-2-3 8th inning in the books. And to the 9th we go with the Angels in front, 6-2. 9th inning. The Angels try to get this final game of the 5-game series and finish their season series with the Yankees with a victory after being defeated all but once here at Yankee Stadium this year, and the Yankees holding an 8-3 edge on the season's play. With a 6-2 lead, Sandy Alomar starts it, Leo Cardenas, and then Andy Cosco to face Sparky Lyle. Alomar 2 for 4 and an RBI single in the 4th inning. Sandy was very excited to learn that the ball players voted him as the best second baseman in the American League and deserving of that All-Star nomination, although Sandy will not be going to Atlanta. But that's so important to know that your colleagues respect your talent. Somehow I can't imagine when the temperature is 100 degrees and it's this humid that pitching a baseball game and then chewing that large wad of tobacco could be that much fun. 3-1. But Lyle really stokes it up. He's got that left cheek a-bulging. Three and 2 as Lyle comes right back to throw 2 quick strikes. Terry Crowley has just hit a grand slam homer for Baltimore. 6th homer of the year for Crowley. Came in the 7th inning, and it gives the Orioles now an 8-0 lead after 6.5 at KC. Strike 3, caught the inside corner. Alomar did not think so. Let's see it. Alomar thought it was inside, obviously. And he becomes Lyle's 3rd strikeout victim. Leo Cardenas, 1 for 4. The attendance today, 10,756. 10,756. Hands are very slippery at this point. Munson just having trouble gripping the ball. Little word for Bobby Mercer, who takes a hot bat with him to Atlanta. And, of course, Angels Nolan Ryan will be the California representative. So Lyle, who fell behind Alomar 3-0 and then struck him out on 3 pitches, now is behind Cardenas 3 balls, no strikes. 3-1. Of the Angel 11 hits, Alomar with 2 and Cosco with 2, including his 5th homer of the year. Ken Berry 3 for 4. All 4. That's the first walk from Lyle. And brings to the plate Andy Cosco, who singled in the 1st inning, along with Alomar, and Ken McMullen with a 2-out 3-run homer gave the Angels a quick 3-0 lead that they've never relinquished. And then Cosco hit a solo homer off Fred Bean as he greeted Bean in the 5th inning. Hit it very deep to left field his last time up. And he's going for the downs with that swing. Certainly a hot fudge sundae has to be better than that. Of course, you can't carry that out there with you either, but Jim Odom behind the plate. 2-1 the count. One out, Cardenas at first base. 6-2 Angels in the 9th inning. Bounce toward the hole. There's Michael. Oh, what a marvelous shortstop, and they get a double play. Oh, that Michael has been something the entire series. Closing the hole and turning that ground ball into a double play. In the 9th inning, no runs, no hits, no one left. And the Yankees come up in the bottom of the 9th, trailing the Angels 6-2. Bottom of the 9th inning. In the old days at Yankee Stadium, 5 o'clock lightning used to strike. You never had enough runs going into the last of the 9th here. Clyde Wright has gotten through the tough hitters in the lineup in the 7th and 8th, and now faces Gene Michael, Hal Lanier, and a pinch hitter for Lyle. That should be the first out of the inning. Cardenas grabs Michael's pop fly. Hal Lanier, he has 2 singles the last 2 times up. Wright has given up only 6 hits, 3 of them by Horace Clarke and 2 of them by Hal Lanier. The other, a Thurman Munson infield single. So Lanier has raised his average 13 points with a 2 for 3 thus far today. His daddy Max Lanier played in the Old Timers game yesterday. Left-handed pitcher who was in the 1942 World Series against the Yankees. That's Bloomberg on deck. Hard shot off Oliver's shins. And Wright is able to kick the bag. Lanier didn't think so. There is Wright fielding his position well. Alston Howard argues, let's see whether or not Wright was on the bag when he had the ball. Oh. Well, he certainly kicked up a lot of dust. And the umpire, of course, is on the other side of the bag for all he knows. Wright touched the bag as he pawed away at the ground, and he may have indeed, but from the replay, it didn't look like it, did it? Ron Blomberg. He has been eating up right-handed pitching. Blomberg's platoon faces only the right-handers. Blomberg has 8 hits in his last 17 at-bats. That's .471. Of the 8 hits, 3 are doubles and 4 home runs. That's hitting with some punch. But he looks like a different man against left-handed pitching. Down to their final strike, the Yankees. 2 outs, 2 strikes, no one on. 6-2 Angels. Did it hit him, or did it foul? It was a foul ball, I guess. Blomberg apparently has a crack in that helmet, so he's put some adhesive tape on it. That was that white patch you saw. Next pitch is low, 1-2. This is Clyde Wright's 20th start. He's shooting for his 7th complete game. And that record looked pretty good at 11-5 at the All-Star break. But Blomberg keeps it alive with a base hit up the middle. So he continues his great hitting. Two-out single by Blomberg in the 9th. And we go back to the top of the list, and Horace Clarke, who is 3 for 4. In the 2nd inning, Swoboda walked, Michael walked, Lanier flied out, and the starting pitcher Kekich sacrificed the runners along, and Clarke delivered a 2-run single for the only Yankee runs off Wright. He also singled in the 1st and singled in the 7th. Ball 1. Little guy spreads out as much as any hitter. Another base hit. Horace Clarke is 4 for 5. The Yankees one base runner away from bringing the tying run to the plate in the 9th inning, and you know Clyde Wright has to be near exhausted. And now we're getting down to the men who can hit the ball out of the park. Thurman Munson with Roy White on deck. 6-2 the score. The Yankees now have 8 hits, 4 of them by Clarke. Munson 1 for 4. Remember, in the last inning, all 3 balls were hit pretty well, but were outfield putouts. Ball 1. Looks like Mel Stottlemyre there, intently watching the action. Blomberg scores. It's 6-3 New York. Munson keeps it going as he knocks in his 28th run of the year. Munson and Clarke aboard, and here comes Del Rice to the mound as the tying run will come to the plate in the 9th inning. So a 2-out singles by Blomberg, Clarke, and Munson have deepened the furrow in the brow of Del Rice, and Wright just didn't have anything left. And it's amazing that any pitcher could last this long in this excruciating heat and humidity in New York. And Wright leaves with a 6-3 lead. Over Clyde, 8 2/3 innings, 3 runs, 9 hits. He walked 5. I don't think Clyde struck out a man today. He did not. And in a moment we will see the man that Del Rice has selected. It is Eddie Fisher. Fisher to try to get the final out. Fisher saved the shutout for Steve Barber with 2 innings of fine relief yesterday. He will face Roy White, a dangerous hitter, and if White should keep it alive, then Bobby Mercer would get a final swing. Fisher's record, he has 3 wins and 4 losses, 3 saves. His ERA is 3.96. This is Eddie's 28th game appearance. As you know, each time he comes in to pitch, he builds his own all-time American League record. No man in the history of the American League has appeared in more games as a relief pitcher, and no man has pitched in more relief innings than Eddie Fisher. He'll call on that dancing knuckleball and his savvy to try to get out one more Yankee hitter and win it for the Angels at 6-3, but things are a little nervous down in that Angel dugout. John Stevenson with the oversized glove. White wearing his home run total on his back. He hit one yesterday. He is 0 for 3 today. He has more power left-handed than right-handed, and of course, it's much easier to hit a home run here if you're left-handed. 6-3, 2 on, 2 outs. Strike one. One and one. Clark at second base. Munson at first. Fans on their feet. Foul ball. Not by much. Hit hard. So again, the Yankees are at match point with 2 outs and 1 ball and 2 strikes on Roy White. The Angels have led all the way. Bobby Mercer hoping he gets a chance to swing in the 9th inning. 2-2. That's living. Watching the ball game, listening on the radio from the top of the tenement house outside right field. This crowd of 10,000 plus trying to root the Yankees home. Alomar to Oliver, and the ball game is over. The Angels win 6-3. The Yankees get a run on 3 hits and leave 2 in the 9th inning as Eddie Fisher picks up his 4th save, and Clyde Wright wins his 11th game of the season. And pitching coach Tom Morgan with an added piece of congratulatory work for the King, as he's called by his teammates Eddie Fisher. The totals then in the game: the Angels 6 runs, 11 hits, no errors. The Yankees 3 runs, 9 hits and no errors. The Angels left 6, and the Yankees stranded a total of 9. Clyde Wright, the winner. Wright is 11-5. Mike Kekich, the losing pitcher, his record now 9-9. The crowd 10,756. Home runs in the first inning: Ken McMullen for the Angels, his 6th of the season with 2 men on. Andy Costco hit a solo home run in the 5th inning. It was Costco's 5th home run of the season. Thanks to the great crew. Gee, they do a wonderful job with baseball here. WPIX in New York. Don Carney, our director. Dick Enberg, for Don Wells and John Polich, thanking you for being with us. The final score: the California Angels 6, the New York Yankees 3.
This is the American Forces Radio and Television Service.